Alright y'all, welcome back to Raw and Unfiltered, episode number 2. Usually with these videos, I've got a script, I've got some sort of idea I want to talk about, and I've got pretty detailed bullet points with most of my videos, but with Raw and Unfiltered, we just get on here, talk about stuff that's going on in my life, talk about things that I think you guys could be going through, and try and just give some insight that's going to help someone at the end of the day. Talk about my shortcomings, my successes, all that, and really just trying to say shit that's going to resonate with someone. So, first thing I thought about, I wanted to make a scripted video on this, but I thought a Raw and Unfiltered would be a great way to go about this because it's kind of just an accumulation of all the videos I've made kind of recently. And it's this one simple phrase or aphorism, and it's that there's a difference between living for others and living for others. Now that sounds fucking stupid when you first hear it, but let me explain. So recently I've talked a lot about, how my whole life I suppressed me wanting to make these videos. I suppressed my passion for making videos and getting in front of a camera and really just speaking my mind and trying to help people. Just creation in general, I suppressed that for so long because of pressures in my life, people calling you cringe or whatever because you're doing something that's different than the normal path of a teenager. And that really fucked me up for a long time. And I'd made videos when I was younger. I explained this in my You Know Your Purpose video, but I had all these things from when I was younger and that I fucking loved to do, and I just pushed it down, stopped it outright, and told myself, I want to go to college and be a communications major and work digital media or video at some fucking company I don't give two shits about. I told myself that. And that was me living for others, not living for my purpose at the end of the day, which was fucking ridiculous. Super grateful I'm not in that situation anymore. But nonetheless, I lived a huge chunk of my life like that. Yielding to the opinions of others, which a lot of people are doing to some degree. I still do it to some degree, 100%. Before I upload, I bet there's still that bitch in my mind that listens to whatever that kid from fucking high school that doesn't give a fuck what I'm doing at the end of the day. That voice is still there, and I feel like everybody has that voice. And starting to whittle away at that has been huge for me. So that's the first living for others. Living for others in your brain and your psychology and your purpose is fucking ridiculous. So once you have that realization of what your purpose is, what you want to do, and how the opinions of other people don't fucking matter. You're gonna die, God loves you. If you trust in God, you're gonna go to heaven. That's your destiny, not whatever social pressures and people in your life and kids from fucking high school and kids that you grew up with and ideas that parents, friends, family implanted in your brain. That's not you. It's between you and God at the end of the day, what you're gonna do with your life. And when you start living to that purpose that God gives you, like I said in my last Unfiltered, it's like you stop living on the sidelines. You all of a sudden just got put on the field. You're not on the bench anymore. It's fucking great. It's really, really great. So that is the first living for others. And the other way to live for others, if you haven't realized already, is really living to try and benefit other people. And this ties into living according to your true purpose, which God put you on this earth to do. Now, you can go into scripture real easily and find stuff that tells you to be caring for other people, the golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated, or whatever. Everybody knows that. Everybody has their intuition from God that tells them that. But more than likely, your purpose, that thing you want to do, that thing you truly want to do, that thing God inclined you to do, the thing you loved when you were a kid that you pushed down because people called you gay or some shit or something fucking stupid. Someone said some stupid shit. That shit you pushed down probably was going to have an impact on someone. If you wanted to be a musician, that music probably would have inspired someone. If you wanted to be an athlete, you probably could have had a platform for good, for change, or to inspire someone at the end of the day. If you wanted to make videos, you probably could have said something that would have helped some kids someday. If you wanted to be an artist, you probably would have made art that would have gave someone a new realization. Your purpose, more than likely, unless you want to be a fucking drug dealer or something, probably is going to have an impact on the world for the greater good of humanity. That is the true living for others, and not living for what other people have put in your head about yourself that you know isn't true, that you know God doesn't agree with at the end of the day. My example of living for others is coming in front of this camera, being able to say shit that fucking hurt me at the end of the day, but how I was able to get through it, how I was able to conquer it, and positive impacts on my life that have ultimately brought me to where I am today. That's my living for others. And obviously day to day, you're being nice to your friends, being a good son, good grandson, good friend, good student, all that. Being that person is very important. But regarding to my purpose, that's it. Getting in front of this camera and hopefully helping one person that watches this video. That's it. Just hopefully helping that person. And that really is the true living for others. And that is the next step to stop living on the sidelines, to start living a true life. That whether you're religious or not, everybody has a conscience. Everybody knows what's right and wrong. When you're a little kid, you know. And living according to that true conscience or that true teaching by God, that's living for others. And that's ultimately been what has pushed me past those addictions that held me back, those problems that held me back, those traumas and horrible shit from childhood, those breakups, whatever. That pushed me past it. Anytime I get a thought of that breakup, anytime I get a thought of who I was 2 months ago, sitting in my fucking bed scrolling on Instagram Reels doing jack shit, maybe going to the gym an hour or two a day, whatever. When I think about some negative shit, all I have to do is get this framework in my head of trying to be great for someone else, trying to be great for God, trying to be great for the very few people that watch these videos. Like, my gosh, trying to be great for my friends in my life, trying to be great for my mom, my dad, my grandma, my sister. Trying to be great for them wipes that clean. And that can be applied to every little thing. When you're in the gym, when you're doing your purposeful work, when you don't want to eat that shitty food that you know is going to fuck up your discipline, your ability to think and all that. You can use that motivation of wanting to live for others in the correct way, in the correct framework, for fucking everything. You can use it for everything. And that can really be the driving force. And for me, that has 180'd everything. I use that word all the time. And there's been a lot of shit on this journey that have 180'd my productivity, my happiness, my fulfillment, my purpose, my connection with God. All of that's been changed simply because I'm not trying to live for myself. I'm not living that hedonistic lifestyle of scrolling, drinking, trying to find random fucking girls. Like, that's just not, it's not a priority anymore. My priority now is making these videos, trying to become a better version of myself, trying to become more connected with God, and trying to live to the true fruits of life, not the vices that fill in those fruits and that desire we have for love, for purpose, for a connection with God. Not trying to fill those voids with women, with partying, with drugs, with alcohol, with money, with fake love, with ego fucking stroking. Like, oh my gosh. Now, I'm probably still fucking selfish at the end of the day. I probably still do so much terrible shit. Everybody does. Everybody sins. We're not perfect. And that's one thing I always want to preach on this channel, is that I am no saint. That's the whole point of this channel, because no one's a saint. I'm not a saint. With the self-improvement habits, with my character, with my connection on God, there's a point throughout every single day that I probably slack in, 100%. Past 2 days, I don't think I read my Bible. Today, I didn't wake up early like I said I would. I fuck up. 100%. Whole point of this channel is to show you that you can have those short little fuck ups, and the other 40, 50 opportunities you have throughout your day to be great, to make the right choice. You can make that right choice. I fucked up my wake up. Okay, great. I wake up at 9 a.m. I still do my cold shower. I still do my journal. Move on. I don't wake up at 10 a.m. and then fucking meep around all morning, open up Instagram Reels, start scrolling, and then all of a sudden I'm brain fogged for the rest of my day, and then I go eat some fucking Lucky Charms and processed ass seed oils, and then you're just fucking droning for the rest of the day. You're not even living your life. You're not even present. And that's another little tangent I kind of want to go on, is how it's probably not your fault that you have these addictions and all that. It's really fucking sad that this is what we got to, and this is the battles that our generation has to face. Now, every generation has battles. When then fucking in the 60s and 70s they're getting sent to Vietnam, like, that's a fucking shame too. Like, I'm not trying to make light on that situation, but every generation has their struggles, and it sucks at the end of the day, but it also creates a stronger person if you're able to conquer these battles. And most people won't conquer this battle of fucking social media, shitty food, declining testosterone in men. Like, most people are gonna fall victim to the majority. That's just the nature of it. But the few that do rise through it, they're gonna be so much better through it. The guys in the 70s that went to Vietnam, that got that discipline, that got that experience, and that's not making light of the situation. It's fucked up that there's war and all that, and that situation happened. But hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. And weak men create hard times. It's a cycle. And I firmly believe we're in the good times making weak men cycle. And I believe we have moved into the weak men make hard times cycle. And that's ultimately going to lead you back through. There are going to be guys that overcome. No empire on this earth has ever stood forever. There's not a single one. America's probably going to be fallen by the time I'm dead, 100%. You'll probably see me in fucking Eastern Europe by the time this life is over. I almost guarantee it. That's the nature of society. That's the nature of the world. And the fact that you have this opportunity to rise through these modern day addictions and this modern day fucking trap that we've been put in is sad, but it's also kind of good for the guys that rise through. Like, you get to receive the fruits of working hard, the fruits of conquering these addictions. And it's easier than it's ever been to get in the top. There's so many opportunities with social media. Guys are becoming so terrible, so lazy, so weak. And I don't know if we're moving out of the hard times. I don't know if we're moving out of the hard times yet, where the strong men are being created. But it's just like the housing market. The middle ground is just decreasing. Most people are going one way or the other. And these are the people that want to sit on social media for 8 hours a day like I did and say they're depressed. And these are the people that want to live according to their purpose, build a connection with God, live the way we were supposed to, live the way we lived for thousands of years. And that's almost leaving no one in here. It's just this way, and you got it. It's 2 paths now. There's no here, here, here. It's this or this. Choose the right fucking side. My gosh. I'm trying my best, and I still fuck up. I'm this way. I might be a little back this way, but I believe I'm trending in this way. And I know exactly the habits, the things that made me go this way for so long, to being an absolute bitch. I know those habits, those actions, and why this happens. Your mental state is a direct correlation to your actions, your mindset, and your habits, almost 100% of the time. So, final thesis, don't live according to what these people tell you to do. Don't live according to what you've been conditioned to, and really look inside for your purpose, what you really think is true, what you really think is right, and start taking those actions towards those things. That's the first thesis about the live for others or live for others. That's the main thesis. And for the second little tangent, once again, take accountability for your actions. Realize that what you do, your habits, your day-to-day life, what you choose to do, your choices are a direct reflection of which way you're going down. No one else. Just like you can take control of your purpose, you can take control of your habits and your actions, and that will move you on this side of the fucking pendulum. So yeah, a lot of yap going on, a lot of just talking, no notes, no nothing. Just speaking my mind and what's been going on recently, what I've been journaling, thinking about, and all that. And I really hope something in there gave a new perspective to someone, and that someone's day might be a little bit better, whether it's today, tomorrow, or whatever. Thank you all for watching, and hope you all have a great rest of your day, and God bless.